Next up, it is the second senior road tax race of the day, and here is your grid. On pole position from JJ Racing will be Luca Thiel in the 399. Linus Hensen in the 333 will be alongside Tim Miekemetz, and Luca Köster from Kraft Motorsport will round out the top 2 rows. Fabian Bock and Julia Ponkratz will round up row number 3. Bastien Barlage and Denny Berndt in the 383 complete row number 4. Completing the top 10, it's Max Busch and Lasse Reinhardt. Jori Tenhef and Norton Griffith Falke will complete the top 13 positions ahead of Lukas Hartmann, Yannick Herrmann, Vivian Michel Reit, Finn Stiak, Philipp Hamprecht, Jan Heinen and Lukas Thompson, rounding out the 20 strong. So 14 minutes plus an additional lap. And if the first race was anything to go by, as always, things seem to intensify as the races happen, as we've got the 325 there of Yannick Herrmann, who is now not on the actual formation or sighting laps, but will start from the end of the pre-grid. So once the other 19 drivers are let go to race, then it'll be the same for the 325 of Yannick Herrmann. So it will be down to Luca Thiel and Linus Hensen to control the rolling start. The drivers, there's a few that do need to catch up pretty quickly. So Thiel, Hensen, Miekemetz, Köster, Bock, Ponkratz, Barlage, Berndt, Bavagenak and Busch. That is your top 10. They come through the penultimate corner, ready to go racing once the lights go out on the gantry. 14 minutes set on the timer. Round the final corner come the senior road tax contingent. They split, head into the tram lines. The accelerators are pressed down hard. The revs rise. Lights are out. We're racing. And now up towards the first couple of corners we go. Luca Thiel looking to keep the lead initially, as someone's gone very, very wide off of turns 2 and 3. As Linus Hensen now battling away with the 366 of Luca Köster. As we've got one now at the back part of the field. And it was the 305. And that was of Lasse Reinhardt, as the driver's still struggling to get over these curbs coming out of turns 6 and 7, as the top 3 starting to break away. And it is still quite slick and greasy out there. 3-second penalty being handed to the 309 of Lukas Hartmann, I believe. That might be for 2 wheels out of the tram lines. But we'll just wait for that confirmation. As all the race for the lead is well and truly on. It's nearly side by side. Oh my goodness me. As there's now 3 carts embroiled in the scrap for the lead, and everyone else is swarming over the scraps over the table. As now it's nearly 3 abreast coming out of the final the penultimate corner. There's 5 carts trying to go through round the final corner. As up the inside of Luca Thiel goes Luca Köster for the lead of the race. So just waiting on confirmation of that 5-second penalty that was awarded, possibly for 2 wheels out of the tram lines, as the 306 of Juri Tenhaf having to battle away. But at the moment, it is the battle between Köster at the front, Thiel in second. Third place looks to be Fabian Bock. Then Berndt, Bavagenak, Tim Miekemetz, rounding out the top 6 positions as they are squabbling. Oh, there's definitely a bit of barging going on through, as we've had one driver. Oh, multi-cart incident. One being turned around. And I'm just thinking, was that Linus Hensen? Because Hensen was all the way down in 10th position. One cart pulled to the other side of the circuit, coming onto the back part of the circuit itself. And the driver now rejoins and starts recirculating. But the top 2 breaking away quite cleanly. Köster leading from Thiel. Gap between them was just over half a second on the last lap alone. But now the battle for third really raging on. Fabian Bock being chased down by Denny Bount. Tim Mika-Metz in the 3.03 in 5th place. Vavajanak in the 3.69 in 6th ahead of Linus Hensen. Jori Tenhef, Philip Hamfrecht all the way up into 9th now past Julia Ponkratz, who rounds out the top 10. So Max Busch, Lukas Hartmann I think also were a couple of those drivers that had dramas just a lap ago. As now, that, I've just seen a lot of gravel from the back of the 3.13 of Max Busch, just coming out of the back axle. Well, what looked to be gravel as the number 366 of Köster still leads from Luca Thiel by over 7.5 tenths of a second. As we now go on to lap number 4. Fabian Bock and Denny Bount are separated by about just under 3/4 of a second. Tim Mika-Metz looking a bit lonely in 5th place. Vavajanak in the 3.69 in 6th. Then it's Linus Hensen. Philip Hamfrecht. And then you've got Juri Tenhaf being challenged by Julia Ponkratz, who I think might have gone up the inside in for 9th position. So they come through. And some drivers getting better traction out of the corners. And I've just seen that Juri Tenhaf has actually been passed by Jan Heinen in the 3.16. So it looks like we have a retirement. Unfortunately, that is Lukas Hartmann in the 3.09 out on the very first lap of the race. And Lucas Thompson looks to be following in close pursuit in terms of unfortunately having to retire. So Vavajanak just crosses the line, still rounding out the top 6 positions. Then it's Hensen, Hamfrecht, Heinen, Tenhef, and then Ponkratz just outside the top 10. The Voigt Motorsport driver just 0.130 of a second behind, and now is trying to see if she can get past. And this time Ponkratz goes towards the inside line through into turn 5. Didn't quite make the move through, but still has time. 8 minutes and 53 seconds plus an additional lap still to go. As I can just see the opposite side from the commentary position that Lucas Thompson is on the other side of the circuit. But the driver is safe and sound as a little bit off of that position. There is an almighty tussle. 3 carts. And in the middle of it looks to be Jan Heinen in the 3.16. As now the gap between Luca Köster and Luca Thiel now extends to 1.226 seconds. But Tim Mika-Metz trying to move up the order by just sheer will and fast pace. As the 3.16 of Jan Heinen trying to battle away with Philip Hamfrecht, who had a DNF last time out. So Hamfrecht definitely coming under fire. And with them is Linus Hensen. Julia Ponkratz not too far behind, but rounds out the top 10. Ahead of Tenhef, Norton Griffith Falke rounds out the top 12 positions. So Lucas Thompson and Lucas Hartmann both unfortunately confirmed retirements. We are down to 18 competitors. As I think I've just seen Lasse Reinhardt go up the inside through into the penultimate chicane on Yannick Herrmann in the 3.25. As now, Max Busch just letting the leaders go past. So the top 3 have gone through. But there is an interesting development between the top 3. The gap was 1.2 seconds last time around for the lead of the race. It's now 0.848. And then you look at how quickly Fabian Bock has closed on the 2 in front. He's over half a second quicker than the leader and over 1.5 quicker than the driver in second position. So this could fast be an opportunity for Fabian Bock from Voigt Motorsport to close up, not just on Luca Thiel, but also on Luca Köster. So we've now got 6 minutes and 41 seconds still to go, plus an additional lap. Köster still leading. Thiel in second position. Fabian Bock getting closer and closer and can sense the opportunity to go for second position. Let's see how they come out of the final corner. So Fabian Bock getting a really good turn of pace and is in striking distance and nearly tries to go for a late brake maneuver up the inside of Luca Thiel into turn 2, but decides better of it. Now the infield straightaway down towards turn 5. So Fabian Bock, definitely the danger man here. As the gap extended between Köster and Thiel up to 1.25 seconds, but then Fabian Bock was less than a tenth and a half adrift. As the 3.25 of Yannick Hermann comes under fire from Finn Stiak in the 3.38 going down towards turn number 5. And just keeping my eyes on the top 3 at the moment as Köster, Thiel and now Fabian Bock could be very, very soon joined by, with the way things are going at the moment, Tim Mika-Metz, who's currently in 4th position in the 3.03. Leaders coming through to complete lap number 8. And it's 6 tenths exactly between Köster and Thiel, Luca Thiel, and then Fabian Bock was 0.162 seconds adrift. But then I look at the gap between Fabian Bock and Tim Mika-Metz. It was over 2.2 seconds. It's now just under 1.6. And in the process, Tim Mika-Metz has just absolutely flown in with the fastest lap of the race of anybody, a 1 minute 3.730. Comparing the lap times, a 1 minute 4.384 for Fabian Bock, a 1 minute 4.356 for Luca Thiel, and Luca Köster was the slowest of anybody on a 1 minute 5.006. As now the 3 leaders are very much being nigh on line astern, as a few other battles down the order of the 3.06 of Juri Tenhaf and Norton Griffith-Falke now having the opportunity, but the top 3 nigh on line astern. They come across the start-finish line, and this time Fabian Bock really sizing up an opportunity and sends it up the inside of Luca Thiel through turn 2. Manages to make the move stick, runs the JJ Racing driver slightly wide, but had enough racing room to do it, and that has allowed Tim Mika-Metz to close in the meantime. And then there's another great battle just off of behind Julia Ponkratz, who's now 9th at the moment. Juri Tenhaf having a great battle too. And then they've got the 3.29 of Bastien Barlage ahead of Juri Tenhaf, who's also got Yannick Hermann up the back bumper. So 3 minutes and 30 still to go, plus an additional lap. It's not exactly easy when these drivers are trying to keep composed, as now Tim Mika-Metz has got past Luca Thiel. Luca Thiel now is down the order, but now the lead could change. I think it has changed. That could be. Is that Fabian Bock that's now leading? Let's have a look. They come across the line. It is Fabian Bock. Bock has got the lead off of Luca Köster. And now it was 76 thousandths of a second last time around as they crossed the stripe to go and complete lap number 10. This is not over yet, but the biggest loser in all of this, unfortunately, is Luca Thiel, who started on the front row on pole position and now is out of the contention for any position in the top 3. And we still have 2 minutes, 34 seconds, plus an additional lap still to go. So we do have another retiree. Lukas Vervagenak has unfortunately retired on lap number 5. Max Busch rounds out the 17 that are still circulating in the Kraft Motorsport 313, a lap off of the leaders. As now the 318 of Fabian Bock has got a real big lead, because Tim Mika-Metz is now past Luca Köster for second position. And they were 54 thousandths of a second apart coming across the start-finish line. Now on to lap number 12. These drivers really keeping it very, very close, quarter battle, but it has been rather fair, but it's been hard fought. They've been giving each other racing room in order to let them, facilitate good, clean, hard, fair racing. As now I've just seen Lasse Heinhardt in 12th position, just behind Norton Griffith Falke in the 304. And they're still battling away, heading down into turn number 5. So we've got just over 1 minute and 10 seconds still to go. 306 of Yuri Tenhaf now down in 15th position has crossed the stripe, ahead of Vivian Michel Haidt in the 328. So Fabian Bock now has a colossal 1.154 second lead over Tim Mikametz. So it is a Voik Motorsport 1-2 at the moment. Luca Costa from Kraft Motorsport rounds out the top 3. We're now on to lap number 13 of this race. Time fast ticking away. So depending on how quickly Fabian Bock completes the lap, we've got just 25 seconds remaining until the timer expires and hits 0. But that gap does not look to be extending, because I see Tim Mikametz closer to Fabian Bock than, and it is quite clearly closer than 1.154 seconds. Hang on a second, let's have a look here. Last lap board is out, and oh my goodness, Tim Mikametz is going to go for it. He's got one more lap to try and see if he can get past Fabian Bock for the race victory. But don't count out Luca Costa. They've got a back marker just up ahead, and that is the 328 of Vivian Michel Haidt, who will have to get out of the way very, very quickly, and does so. Great work there by the 328 with the spatial awareness. But the top 3 are going to go for it, as Tim Mikametz needs to hold on for just a few more corners. But it depends on how much both Fabian Bock and Luca Costa want it to get that victory. Dry line starting to re-emerge here at the circuit, as there's a 4-cart train being led for 10th position by Norton Griffith Falke. Leaders now coming towards the penultimate right-hand corner on the circuit. And Tim Mikametz, who started 4th. Oh my goodness, Bock went for the move up the inside on the penultimate corner, and oh my goodness me, Luca Costa can't have stolen it up the flag. Oh, clashes with the wall, but still keeps the foot planted in. Oh my goodness me, Luca Costa with a fantastic win. The top 2 went battling away through into the penultimate corner. Bock sent it. Mikametz went, oh my goodness, I can't believe he's done that. And Luca Costa is basically like the cat that got the cream, despite coming out of the final corner, glancing the wall with both left tyres, and kept the throttle stuck in and took the victory. That is what you call a dynamic, dramatic finale to a race. So Luca Costa wins by 0.204 seconds ahead of Tim Mikametz. Fabian Bock in 3rd, Luca Thiel in 4th. Danny Berndt, Linus Hansen rounding out the top 6. Philipp Hamfrecht, Julia Ponkratz, Jan Heinen and Finn Stiak completing the top 10 positions. Norton Griffith Falke in 11th, Bastian Barlage in 12th ahead of Lasse Heinhardt, Yannick Herrmann, Yuri Tenhef, Vivian Michel Haidt, Max Busch being the last of the 17 classified finishers. But wow, Luca Costa with one of the most dramatic ways to win a race I've ever seen.